Hi, this is Emily Beach, and in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this color wheel using and mixing only the primary colors red, yellow, and blue. For this exercise you will need a pencil sharpener, the primary colors of colored pencils, red, yellow, and blue, and you're going to need something round to trace to create the basic shape of the color wheel. I'm going to use this roll of tape, and I'm going to trace around the inside of the roll of tape and the outside of the roll of tape with my pencil. After you do that, if you do not have a roll of tape that has a larger circle and a smaller circle, you could find two household objects that have a larger circle and a smaller circle that you could just place inside of each other after you trace them. So now I need to divide my color wheel into 12 sections. And if you think about the style of a clock where you have the numbers that go around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 at the top. We can think about that when we are spacing out our color wheel. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a section that is at the top where the 12 would be, and then one that is on the exact opposite side of there where the 6 would be at the bottom. The next thing I'm going to do is on the left-hand side where the 9 would be, I'm going to create a section, and then on the opposite side where the 3 would be directly across. Now I have a little bit wider sections in the spaces between the 12, 3, 6, and 9, and I'm just going to draw a single line in between each of those to divide them into 2 sections. That should give us 12 sections that we need for the color wheel. If you would like to number them, you may. This might help you to kind of keep track. 12, 6, 9, 3, and then we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So this will help you keep track of the colors as we start to place them in. So the first 3 colors that we're going to place inside of our color wheel are the primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, and those will need to be 3 spaces apart so they're equally spaced among the color wheel. So you can start with any of the colors first. Going to start with red in the number 12, and I'm going to skip. In the number 4, I'm going to put my yellow, and then in the number 8 space, I'm going to place my blue. I'm going to go ahead and color those in. Now the point in creating a color wheel is to better understand color relations and relationships. And so the next colors that I'm going to be mixing will be the secondary colors. The secondary colors are located directly in between the primary colors. And so in the number 2 space, halfway between yellow and red, the mixture of yellow and red makes the color orange. When I'm mixing, I always start out with my lighter color, which is yellow in this case. And I'm going to do a layer of yellow Then I'm going to lightly go over that with a layer of red. Because red is a little bit more saturated, a little bit more intense of a color, we don't need to press as hard as we do as when we are coloring with the yellow. So I'm just going to color in the opposite direction by switching the direction of the shading as we mix the colors. That will help aid in the mixture. Now I'm going to lightly go over that red mixture with the yellow, again switching directions one more time. It's going to help with the mixing. And then one last layer of the red. And again, we're not pressing quite as hard with the red as we did with the yellow. And this is going to give us our orange hue. The next secondary color that I mix is going to be halfway in between yellow and blue, and that mixture is going to be green. Again, I'm going to start out with my lighter of the two colors, and I'm going to shade the yellow first. And then I'm going to press lightly and go over that, shading in the opposite direction with the blue. And then really to get a good mixture, I'm going to go back over in a different direction of shading with the yellow, and then I'm going to switch up my direction one more time with the last layer of blue, and that's going to give us our green hue. And then the third secondary color that I mix is going to be in the number 10 space. It's halfway between the red and blue, so we're going to have an equal mixture of red and blue in this section, and that's going to give us violet or purple. Because red is the lighter color out of red and blue, that's the color that I'm going to start with. I am then going to switch directions of the coloring and go over that red with my blue. Going to switch up the directions one more time and go over that with my red. And one last time, switching directions one more time and going over that with the blue to create our violet or purple color. So we now have spaces between each of the primary and secondary colors, and that's going to make our tertiary or intermediate colors. Those colors are red orange, yellow orange, blue green, blue violet, and red violet. And so we're going to mix those colors, and the primary color that they're closer to is the color that they will have more of. So with the red orange, I'm going to have more red than orange, and orange is a combination of yellow and red. So I'm going to color first a layer of red because this is going to have more of a red saturation than the orange. Then I'm going to color over that with the yellow colored pencil, just switching up the directions of the coloring. And then I'm going to go back over it with a layer of red. But unlike the orange, where I went back over it with the yellow again so that it was an equal concentration of yellow and red, this one I'm just going to stop with the three colors. So it's red, yellow, red is going to give us our red orange hue. With the yellow orange, I'm going to start with the yellow hue. I am then going to lightly color over that with the red. And then I will once again go over it again with the yellow so that this has a more concentrated yellow hue than the orange. Just a little bit more yellow to make the yellow orange. Now I'm going to make the yellow green. To do that, I'm going to start out with yellow. A light coat of blue. Then another layer of yellow. And I'll stop there so that the concentration is more yellow than it is green. On blue-green, I'm going to start out with the blue. Then I'm going to use my colored pencil to create a layer of yellow. And then I'll do one last layer of blue. The next tertiary or intermediate color that I mix is going to be blue-violet. So we want this to be more blue than violet. So I'm going to color a layer of blue, then a layer of red, and one more layer of blue. And the last color on the color wheel is going to be red-violet. And to do that, I'm going to start out with the red. Then I'm going to place a layer of blue over that. And then the last layer is just going to be one more layer of red so that that is mostly red with a little bit of violet in it. If you would like, you could label these colors. You could place the letters for the colors. And you can also check out my video on using household products to blend colored pencils, which could be interesting as you continue to work with colored pencil and color mixing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.